All right, folks, coming back at you here real quick. I got a fun little video for you today. It is snowy, icy, cold outside, so you won't see me out up in a tree with these 23-mile-an-hour winds. So I figured I'd come at you here with a quick tabletop on some of the different knives that I use here on the channel. So check it out. Alright folks, coming back at you here. Like I said, it is the first part of January and we are in icy conditions, so I'm just, bored at the house. Figured I'd come at you here real quick, give you an idea of some of the knives I use here on adventures, and kind of do a comparison of a fixed blade knife or a folding knife. And I think, every one has its own purpose and an intent behind it. So let's just kind of go over some of these knives here and just give you an idea of what I use. And if you're looking for the knife you're shopping for that's $185, I guarantee you're probably not going to find it here on this table. Just because if you know me, you know that I am a budget-friendly kind of guy, and if I make a purchase, there is usually an intent and a budget behind it. So if you're looking to see your $189 knife that you're looking for, that you're not going to find it here. But I'll just go over here on what I have used in the past and what I most use here on the channel. So let's get right into it. All right, here we go. I want to start down here on this end. On some of these folding blade knives, you can see here on the end, and you'll have to pardon the dust on my table, but this is a buck knife I got for Christmas. I probably 20 years ago, and I still have this. This is the knife that I use on my hip on every deer hunt, every turkey hunt, and you can see I broke the tip off of it. But what I love so much about this knife is it is super light, and look at all the charades on that blade. This is my little saw, basically, that I use to cut little limbs in front of me. If I'm sitting on the ground, I need a little stick out of my way. That is the knife that I use, and it is on my hip all the time when I'm in the woods. And like I said, I've probably had that for about 20 years. It's a buck knife. I've had it so long that I've had to, cut a hole in there so I could still put my belt loop through it. But that is my number one use knife. I don't even know what it's called. Just a buck knife, I don't say, but got great serrage ends on the blade. And so that is what I use. I primarily use it just for cutting sticks, vines, grass to get out of my way when I'm doing hunting. So that is my number one knife. I'll just show you it first because it is number one. Right next to it is the Bear Grylls Gerber knife. That is the knife that is generally attached to the outside of my pack. It tends to go more on the fishing trips than the hunting trips because I really do like it and I don't want to lose it. So that is mainly on my fishing backpack. That's the knife that I use just if I, don't have one in my pocket. It's the one that I will reach for that's attached to the outside of my backpack. And again, it's usually on the tackle bag. Here is it's a charade knife. Oh man, you don't make them like this. They don't make them like this anymore. You might be able to find a buck knife like that at Bass Pro or whatnot, but it is more of an expensive knife because it is really well made. I've had this since I was a kid. I've gutted deer with it. I've lost it in the woods and found it a few years later. So this knife is a knife that I will probably pass on to the next generation, give it to my son. But that is a really nice leather case also with it. But this is, you can use it for just about anything. You can use it for defense. You can use it for, cleaning meat and whatnot. So if If you're looking for a good multi-purpose, high-quality knife, one like this from Schrade or Buck will probably fit your bill for sure. Got a couple Kershaws here, and this one's probably the one that I've used the most. The little clamp is coming off, but the assisted open knife. Here's another one that the clamp is off as well. This one's on in my EDC bag. This one I will carry around. I don't carry it as much just because it's about to break. So I really like one with that can hang on the edge of my pocket. But if you're looking for a Kershaw knife, I've had a few of them. They're super cool. So they're easy to pull out, open up, and do your work and put it back up. You see these got serrated edges as well. You can cut limbs and such with it, but they don't work like this one does. I'm telling you, I put this one through the ringer. I take that on every adventure, just about. Again, doing a little bit of a comparison between folding and a fixed blade knife. That's really what kind of brought these up. This one's my work knife. It's just an Ozark Trail $5 knife. Guys, you don't have to spend $200 on a knife. When you spend $5, you can replace them super easy. I mean, you might look into something more like these Kershaw knives. You put you in the $25 to $50 range. But in my opinion, a throwaway knife that you can, break the tip of and it won't break the bank is my opinion. Again, I'm a budget-friendly kind of guy. So here's kind of my favorite folding knives that I have. This one here is a Smith & Wesson SWAT. I'm not sure. I got a gift to me from my uncle who's passed away. It is razor sharp, and I usually keep that around the house. And it is kind of my tool that if I need a sharp knife, it's usually on the countertop somewhere, and it is that one that I use. I want to look here real quick at different types of fillet knives. Again, I believe this is an Ozark Trail knife. You can get these for like $4. They have a nice, really nice rubber grip. The wooden one I typically will use to clean my meat. When I'm processing deer, I will use that kind of fillet knife. But in the field, I'm using these kind of rubber handle fillet knives. This is my big one that I put in my catfish bag when I'm going catfishing. But generally speaking, if I'm needing a knife to cut bait with or whatnot, these little $4 rubber grip fillet knives, you can't beat them. They got a sheath on them, so you're not going to cut yourself. I would probably buy 2 of these before I buy one of the wooden handle ones. The wooden handle ones just tend to hold their edge the best out of these 3 types of knives. So if you are looking for one to hold on to for a bit longer, you can just always go with these. You can just get them at Walmart for about 16 to 20 bucks. Anyway, kind of getting into a little bit of the fixed blades. You see they go all the way down there to the end. This is a Bushmaster. I put this one also on the outside of my bag. I think you can find them for like $2, guys. It's got a nice rubber grip. It's got a good edge on it. And what I really like about it more than anything is this clasp goes nice into my poly webbing of my bags. And there's a nice, the knife retains well into the sheath. I actually did have it fall off this last season from the top of the tree. I was like, what was that sound that fell off? It was actually my knife. But I was able to find it. I don't know if I just got hung on my way up or what, but generally speaking, that is why I like this. It's $2, and that sheath goes perfectly into your Palomali webbing. Again, I believe those are Ozark Trails as well. I really like these tactical type of tips on both of these. Where's the other one at? So not quite as a tactical tip as you'll find in here. Sorry for the autofocus. But anything that you can just stick in your pack, stick on the outside of your pack, will help you. You know, generally speaking, I'm using it for more of a tool than defense. In that regard, I mean, I'm usually carrying my woods gun with me as well. Move down here to, like I say, tools. These are Mossy Oak Country. Got them in like a 2-pack. Got a tactical blade on one, really nice edge, and then you know, this is my gut knife. It's got the gut hook on the end. I've had this for a couple years. It's easy to put an edge back on it when you've been using it for a bit. So if you see this pack that comes up, the Mossy Oak Country 2-set, I think they're 20 bucks, 25 bucks, something to that effect. I would go ahead and pick those up. I'm not sure where I got this one from. I think I got it at the lake one year. I've dug around in the dirt a little bit with it. It's more just a little bit of a pry bar than anything. I think I've tried to get a couple rocks out of my way for setting up tripods or something. And then you have your Bowie knife. This is another Mossy Oak brand Bowie knife. I would like to have a bit nicer of a Bowie knife. This one has a pretty good edge on it. I don't carry it just because it's so big, and I have so many options to choose from, and every ounce counts, and I carry a lot of camera gear in the woods, so I don't carry that one. But I do carry, you know, these type of rubber grip small fixed blades, and then generally speaking, my you know, I have a couple of folding blades that'll go on the outside of my on my belt, or my on my outside of my pocket. You know, so anyway, I just wanted to come at you real quick with a real fun video, just kind of giving you a little bit of what I carry for these different adventures. Again, a lot of these knives are, you know, have their intended purposes for fishing, or you know, like for a gut knife and those kind of things. But all in all, it's what works best for you on a budget. I'm a budget friendly kind of guy, so just wanted to come at you real quick while we're snowed in here in January. Just give you a little inside look of some of the different knives I carry on these adventures. Alright folks, like I said, this is just a real fun quick video for you. Definitely appreciate you for tuning in and for all your support. But if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button to the YouTube channel, and we'll see you next time.